Hello everyone, Hamel here. First, a quick disclaimer. Just wanted to go over the list of stocks that I covered yesterday that were setting up. So I'm just going to go run through weekly charts very quick to show something here. So everything out of most of the stocks, if not every stock, was in some kind of a base on a weekly. Because I want to make sure that I make my time frame is mostly longer term. This was not really that. But I want to make sure that I look at weekly first and then I go to the decision time frame, which is the daily. So as you can look, they were all in some kind of a base. Consolidation base. The first one is flat base. This one is also a consolidation base. This one was tightening up, so it was a high tight flag. This one again a flat base. This one is tightening up sideways. It's a biotech. It was very tight, and I'll show that in the daily chart. Again, a flat base there. Another flat base. Another consolidation. Another flat base. Again, tightening up. Cup with handle. Consolidation or IPO base. So this was a little different since it's an IPO. This one wasn't really in a base, but as you can see, it's tightening up there. And then this was cupped with a handle as well. Now let's look at the daily chart and see how those performed. So Abbott, so this one did not really go there. So now I also wanted to point out the risk. Now, typically I do this kind of trades, but the market is at all-time highs and breakouts are not working. So there is always a risk in buying this. However, I want to continue to go over the same routine that I would do at all points, and I want to continue to build my watch list. So when market is favorable, we can continue to have better trading ideas and we can execute better trades. So it's a 4-point risk here if someone buys. Now this one did not really hit the buy stop today, so obviously you would not buy this. But again, this one has good prospects for the next year. Amazon, now this one broke out after a huge sideways range here on a higher than average volume. That's what we want to see. So if you bought this at 32.66 today, it should really work as long as the market cooperates, in my opinion. So you're only having probably 3.5% risk, which is quite favorable in my opinion. So your risk is right under the 50-day moving average at 31. This is where your stop should be, 31.6288. I do not have a position in this. I did not open a position. I just sold it here because I was time fatigued in this. However, it looks like it may work. As we can see, this was a clear breakout on an hourly chart right above this line that I had drawn yesterday, pointing out. So if you're at a buy stop there, now it can still be bought as long as it's a small position. AZEK, this one I'm going to take off. This one was not really a good setup, meaning it was for a short-term trade. However, this is not something I normally buy. So this one is, we're going to scratch this off. Like I said, this one needs more sideways tightening. As we can see, it did hit the top level today. So if, say, for example, somebody did buy it at, let's see here. So it was at 715. So if somebody ended up buying at 715, your stop could be here. So we can give this a wider stop. So we are risking about, so this is a wider stop, so about 11%. Now this one, like I said yesterday, this one can continue to go sideways and tighten up. Now this one has good prospects down the road when it ultimately breaks out. LH, again, it's still in the box. Today's action was no different than what it has been doing. Now, if somebody ends up buying it there, the stop will be here. If somebody buys it here, the stop will be here. I would not recommend buying here. This one looks like it's going the other way. It almost feels like it's going to roll over. So this will be a X. So we are not going to be looking at this. And now it can, obviously 50 is right here. So it can bounce right up. However, it has to clear that level. But again, breakouts are not working. So this is just something that we can review and see how it works out. PNR, now this one probably at some point the high was 53.31. So yeah, if somebody bought this today, their stop will be right underneath this. outlier low here. So about 4.7% risk, which is very okay in my opinion. So again, or somebody can put a tighter stop right there. PPD, this seems like going in the wrong way, so nothing to do there. This one is wider, so nothing to do here. The risk is 9, so we'll probably scratch this off. Rockwell Automation, now if somebody ended up buying this here because of the buy stop there, then the stop will be at 242.21, which was a risk of 3.5%. Let's look at the hourly chart. So this one seems like it could still work. Again, these are all supposed to be a shorter term trades, not longer term. Redwood Trust, this one also hit the limit today. Buy stop if somebody bought this. Stop would be right here if somebody did buy it. A respectable risk of 7, which is still under 8%, which is the max I would like to take. So again, this may still work as well. Now, Smile Direct Club. So this one, if somebody bought it here, their stop should be right underneath today's low. Risk is about 7 points. So this one can actually still work. This is the IPO that we looked at. So this is not actually bad. It's a 6-point risk. As we can see, it reversed today after correcting in the morning. So this one, if it can continue upwards, this can go a long way. It's a brand new issue recently. So, and again, this company has good fundamentals. So I am not buying this yet, but again, this may work. So I just wanted to point that out. And then Stanley Black & Decker, this almost looks like it's rolling over a lower high, and then we'll see if this is a lower low. So this is, I'll probably just take this off as well. TXG, so as we can see, the 50-day moving average is trending lower, and this one did not hit 153.52, so nobody should have bought this if you are following this. So I would probably scratch this off as well. Okay, so that covers all the stocks I covered yesterday. So again, this is the type of setup I normally like to trade or invest in. That the problem being where the market is, it is super extended, all-time highs. That doesn't mean it can not go higher. However, if any of this are taken, we have to always think risk first and then the reward. So reward here, it can go up, but the reward here would be much lesser than it would have been if the setups were working, and the breakouts are not really working right now. So I just wanted to go ahead and update this. If I see any other stock, I will post a quick update, but with the limited time I have every night, I think it makes sense to have a weekly list and go through that rather than trying to fish for a fish every day, which is not going to work because of the time limitation. So I hope everyone is doing well. I hope this works, or at least we can learn from this, and we'll see how the candidates work, and we can learn from that as well. So take care, and speak to you soon.